Hey you guys, welcome back to Writer Groupie. If this is your first time here, I'm Kim Smith and this is Writer Groupie. Right now we're in the middle of a series where I've done an unboxing of the Gilded Tarot. The first video was the Major Arcana. Last week's video was the first part of the Minor Arcana. Today we'll finish it up with the Swords and Pentacles suits in this unboxing, and I hope you enjoy it. Ace of Swords, Ace of Swords. Isn't this a beautiful card? Doesn't it just make you think of King Arthur and the sword and the stone kind of stories? I know it does me. Two of Swords, the Two of Swords. As you can see, this character is at a crossed sword position. And she's kind of got herself blindfolded, like she's really having to mentally struggle to make a decision. If this is your card, you may be in a mental quandary about which way to go because you're at crossed purposes with someone or something. The Three of Swords. The Three of Swords oftentimes is a heartbreak. You know, sometimes we get ourselves into relationships and jobs and situations that we really find are not fulfilling for us, and sometimes we have to get out of them. And the getting disentangled from it can be painful. It can be heartrending. And I think that this card is a pretty good depiction of when heartbreak occurs. The Four of Swords, the Four of Swords, whatever the heartbreak was, it sent this character to bed. This character is exhausted, they're depressed, they just need to sleep. They just need to rest. And if this is your card, that is my admonition for you, is you're burning the candle at both ends and you need to rest. Give your mind a break. Find something else to focus on for a little while. I promise you won't be sorry. Having given himself that little bit of a break, he went out and did more battle. He got all the swords. He defeated his enemy, and he's really not that happy about it. You know, it wasn't a battle that he wanted to fight. It was a battle of wits. It was a battle in his head. And even though he might have come out the victor, it wasn't a satisfactory or a satisfying victory for this character in this card. The Six of Swords, the Six of Swords. This character is moving away. This person is packing up all the swords and going away. This is the equivalent of taking your ball and going home from the playing field. You're absolutely done. Your mind has finally given up all of its jewels. You've made a strong decision, and now you're taking action on it, and it's to move away from something negative. The Seven is an admonition. It's an admonition for you not to look back. Once you've made that decision and you've gathered up your swords and you've gotten in your boat, don't stop and look back. Stand on your decision. Go forward. Your decision is probably the right one, and nothing that happened in your past is going to change that. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. You can't spend all your time gathering swords either. The Eight of Swords is where we're making a prison for ourselves in our minds. Our minds have us so imprisoned. We're so concerned with the weary woes of the world that we can't find any peace. We feel blindfolded and we feel like we're trapped. But you know what? We're really not. If she would yank that blindfold out or off, she could get out of that trap she's gotten herself into quite easily. It's self-imposed, you guys. Nine of Swords, she finally got out of the trap that she built for herself, but now she's just ill from how long she stressed over it. Y'all remember, stress can kill you. It really, truly can. The Nine of Swords is a card that says that you've just gotten to the end of the situation. You've literally reached your last nerve. Somebody has stomped on your last nerve, and you are in bed from it. It's made you sick. But you know what? If you would just give your mind a rest, if you just give your body a rest, do a little meditation and a little deep thinking about it, this card might not come up in a reading for you. And the Ten of Swords, you guys, look at this Ten of Swords. This is the best card I've ever seen that institutes the idea of completion. Whatever this trauma and this drama has been that you've been struggling with in your head for so long, it's all behind you now. It's over, it's finished, it's done. And you know what? When you come out on the other side of this one, you're going to be a much better person. The Page of Swords to me is one where I believe the page is hesitant. I think that this page is really thinking hard about what messages he has to relay to his ruler. He's actually taken a step back. He's like, yeah, let me just stand here and tap my sword on the ground and think about this for a minute. So I think that this page is a little bit hesitant to move forward to relay his messages. Now, the Knight of Swords is riding in on a blue-covered horse, and the sword he's got lifted has got a glowing ember at the top, and I always feel like when I see this card that he is the knight rushing in with news of hope. He's the one that's bringing in the news that the battle has been fought and won, and nobody's life was lost. He is the pinnacle of hope and dreams in the Minor Arcana. Likewise, the Queen also has a sword with a bright light attached to it. Perhaps this is the Knight's sword, and he's given it to her with the good news, and she's about to take it into her king and spread that good news with him. Because good news needs to be spread, you guys. Let's spread some good news to somebody today, because we all need some good news. And to me, the King of Swords, he is a king that has received great news and who is sort of sitting in repose. He, to me, is the epitome of, well, we finally got some good news. Well, we can sit on our laurels for just a little bit and let's just celebrate this good news. Because sometimes when you get good news, that's exactly what you want to do, is just sit on it for a minute. Nothing wrong with that. Now we move to the suit of pentacles, and pentacles generally means material wealth. It means money. It means material goods. It could be your house, your car, your job, your bank account. It could be a lot of wonderful things. I love pentacles. Pentacles are attached to earth signs, of which I am one. So I like pentacles. Pentacles appeal to me. The Two of Pentacles, the character has got a pentacle in each hand, and it's almost like he's juggling them. He's trying to find balance. He's looking for the balance between what he wants in life and what he already has accomplished. He may be balancing or juggling his finances and trying to figure out how he can make it stretch to accommodate new ideas. However you get this card, just find some balance and harmony in your day. The Three of Pentacles is a special card. The character has just pulled these pentacles out of the fire. He's just crafted them. They're shiny and they're new, and he's proud of what he's accomplished. If you get the Three of Pentacles, you should be proud of what you've accomplished too, because this is not a card to be taken lightly. What we create and craft out of thin air these days is very important and beneficial to all humanity. The Four of Pentacles is all about holding on to what you have. All the things that you've created in your life, whether it was via your own hands or maybe it's just your paychecks. This is a good one to really think about doing some saving. You should save up your pentacles, put them in a savings account, and sit on them for a while. This is not a take it and spend it kind of card. This is a gather it up and hold it tighter. In the Five of Pentacles, the characters are making use of what is in their presence. They're using the pentacles that are in their presence to manifest some great things in their life. They have previously had a feeling of lack. They have previously not understood how to hang on to their pentacles, how to save their pentacles and turn them into more pentacles. But in this card, I think they're learning. In the Six of Pentacles, the character is making pentacles, and I do mean making them, and he has so many pentacles, he's giving them out. If you look down here, you'll see hands outstretched, people wanting some of his pentacles. He's just a very prosperous character, and he has a lot to offer. So don't forget to be charitable. If you have a lot of pentacles, give some to somebody else. In the Seven of Pentacles, we see that the pentacles have been invested into something, you know, like planting them in the ground and making them grow. This would be the same thing as putting them in a bank and saving your pentacles for a rainy day, because there's always going to be a time when you're going to need more pentacles. And so plant your pentacles, plant your investments, make your money work for you. Don't work for it. I feel like the Eight of Pentacles is a kind of a learning card, a kind of a mentor or mentoring card. He's actually learning about pentacles, all the pentacles around him and the one on his table. He's actually learning about pentacles. So if you're not quite there yet with finances and things that of money matters, don't feel ashamed if you have to ask somebody for help. That's what this card's all about. In the Nine of Pentacles, the character is dressed in blue, and to me, blue symbolizes hopes and dreams. And as you can see, the pentacles are just everywhere. She's got a lot of pentacles. She may not be 100% where she wants to be in her life, but I promise you, she's not having any financial difficulties with what she's doing. And she's looking forward to a future filled with a lot of good stuff. And I hope that's your card too. In the Ten of Pentacles, we see a chest overflowing with pentacles. This is where we've got it all. Literally, the King Midas's trunk of treasures here. You have worked hard, you've invested, you've done well, you're creative, and you have made a world for yourself, and you're doing very well. If you get the Ten of Pentacles, believe me, you have your arms around everything, and everything is going really well. In the Page of Pentacles, he's coming in with a big old pentacle to share with his royal family and to tell them some things about the investments that the family has made in perhaps their community, perhaps their financial situation. Maybe they've got, you know, people that are planting things on their land and the harvest is coming in. At any rate, this page has got some pretty powerful good news about prosperity. And this Knight of Pentacles, this Knight doesn't look to me like he's moving at all. He's just sitting on top of his horse, holding on to that pentacle, just sitting there. I think he feels like all the hard work is done. There's really nothing left to do except for to share the wealth with others, to go in and to celebrate with his kindred and his king and queen. And, you know, everybody's going to be in a celebratory mood because the battle is fought and the winnings have been brought in. And this beautiful Queen of Pentacles, which would be my own personal card, because I'm a Capricorn and an earth sign, and I would be the Queen of Pentacles if I could be anything. You see that beautiful peacock she has behind her? That is just the most perfect symbol of opulence and wealth and refinement and money that I've ever seen. So this is definitely my card. I hope it's your card too. And finally, we have the King of Pentacles, and he is sitting with this giant pentacle behind him. His world is completely and utterly perfect. Nothing he needs, nothing he could want. Everything is in alignment with all of his manifestations. And if this is your card, well, I am so happy for you. And I hope you have a lovely, lovely, lovely pentacle-filled day.